Did I record, bro?
Dah.
Okay. Hi, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Abu Hassan and my metric number is 195188 and
My name is Hazwani binti Hamdan and my matrix number is 192814.
okay, so for our topic, today we are going to present about air pollution in China affecting human health. So for introduction, air pollution is a common problem in the developing world and is believed to kill more people worldwide than malaria, AIDS, tuberculosis, and others. As we know that air pollution is very common nowadays. As we can see that there's smoke everywhere. There's a car emitting a smoke, and especially a factory. And that is very clearly we can see how the air pollution is emitted. And some example of this pollution, air pollution particulate matter is particulate matter less than 2.5 micron, or better known as PM 2.5 and PM 10, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, and carbon monoxide. So these are some examples of the common air pollution, especially the PM5 and PM10 and PM 2.5. PM 2.5 is actually the latest. The most latest discovered latest compared to other type of pollutant. Next, it is estimated that the airborne particulate matter (PM) has been causing around 3 to 7 death billion every year through creating or worsening a cardiorespiratory disease. So this is in terms of worldwide. So it doesn't revolve around China only, but I just wanted to show how much it can affect a human life. Though it is also mentioned that by creating or worsening a cardiorespiratory disease, which means that a healthy person can get a new disease, or a person with a bad disease can be worse, thus can make it lethal. So specifically in China, the air pollution has been contributing to 1.2 to 2 million deaths annually. So for the source of pollution, air pollution in China, there is a certain thing that we need to mention, which is in China, Beijing and Shanghai are the hotspots of release of air pollution into the atmosphere. The most common type of the particulate matter release is PM 2.5 and PM 10, and sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. So these two places are the place where there's a lot of vehicles, there's a lot of transportation happening, and there's also a lot of construction happening, and etc. Other urban cities such as Hamden, Zibo, Linya, Hangzhou, Linyi, and others emit large amount of particulate matter into the atmosphere due to large-scale industrial activity. So, as we all know, a lot of materials are made of China. As we can see, a lot of like pen made of China, pencil made of China, this thing made of China, that thing made of China. So, as you can see, China is actively producing things. So when they produce something, they need energy, and energy comes from fossil fuels and electricity and etc. So it means that they need more power and more residue produced while creating that. So next, the air pollution emission source are mostly originated from the burning of fossil fuel from power plants in order to power house for production and many more. Transportation fuels and industrial facilities. So as I mentioned before about industrial facilities, it can also comes from the power plant, because electricity can goes to the industrial facilities, so they can facilitate more energy, and it will be the chain reaction. And next is many of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide are also source of PM pollution, but PM appear to be more visible compared to sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Thus, it has a much larger reach. What I'm trying to imply is that although sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide are considered air pollution, but they are not they are not really spread as easily as PM, particularly with PM10 and PM5. Okay, next.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the effect of air pollution, which I've been specified to two places in China, which is Beijing and Shenyang. I've been both of these districts, so I've seen with my own eyes how this air pollution contributes a lot. So, but first we'll go to Beijing. So in the effect to the human being is that compared to a citizen living in the southern China, the average lifespan for Beijing citizen is 5 to 6 years shorter. And also it has lower birth rates and higher adult mortality from respiratory related disease. Because it is, they said it has an average lifespan uh, shorter to 5 to 6 years is because, as you all know, that Beijing is one of the uh, upbringing country or district in China, which is one of the biggest country district in China. So it contributes a lot of manpower from there, and it has a lot of people than any other district in China. So that's why it has lesser lifespan compared to other places in southern China. So in Shenyang, the effect, there is two age group. There's a case study. There's a case study which shows that there's two age group, which is under 14 years old and also above 35 years old, are more susceptible to air pollution than other age groups. As you know, okay, under 14 is a children who goes to school, who are still studying, who is very active playing outside. So they are very susceptible to the air pollution in that area. And above 35 is the people who are still working, because in China there's thousands of car and there's a lots of motorcycles. So, and their motorcycle is not the type which is a eco motorcycle. It is the type where is a very like for me it's a cheap motorcycle, which every time they drive the motorcycle, the black fume or smoke come out from the exhaust. So every time you walk, you're gonna consume that fumes in your body. So that's why they are more susceptible, because the older generation stays at home. That's how the China's living. And then pneumonia in young children was found to be a predominant index disease. So this air pollution causes the children, younger age children, who is active, who is very love to do outside activities, has has taken the pneumonia disease much dominant than other age group. So next is a COPD, CVD, and CHD are the main causes of death in Shenyang among these individuals above 35 years of age group. CVD is a cerebral vascular disease, COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, and CHD is a coronary heart diseases. All this contributes from mainly from the air pollution in Shenyang. So as you see, and then SO2, which is sulfur dioxide, was found to be the significant predictor of COPD, which is 6%, CVD and CHD 3%, then and other causes 41%, but it's not cancer. So as you can see in Shenyang, there's mainly two groups, only 14 years below and also 35, and you can see that in this case study that the age under 14 is very open to the pneumonia disease, whereas the 35 years old and above, even though they have a better immune system, but they are very prone to these three chronic diseases, which is very bad. And their mortality rate is getting higher by each year. Next. So this is the result study area in Shenyang. As you can see, in CVD, the CVD's charts is the highest compared to other charts, which is like TB is a very small effect in the population in that place. Whereas you can see CVD, COPD, CHD, and also cancer is mainly the cause of mortality for these low, medium, and high pollution areas. Okay, next. Okay, so we're going to conclude that, okay, in Beijing, even though there is very high pollution or there's many people, the population is triple of the normal southern China region, but it says that air pollution affects the health of its citizen and threaten to limit the future success and expansion of the city. because this case study is where when it affects during the Beijing Olympic, that is when it triggers all the embassy, it triggers all the uh, international awareness of organization about the air pollution in China by that time, because it is very very bad on that time. So by analyzing the sources of pollution, studying its consequences, and by reforming inadequate regulation and law, Beijing can salvage its environment and create a healthy atmosphere for future generation. For this, the newest organization, the U.S. Embassy of China, the U.S. Embassy in China, has made an prevented
Uh, the thing.
some contracts. Okay, it made like some contracts that um, they have a regulation of to state that Beijing has to have this kind of the number index of air pollution, which is they are supposed to be following. And then they have implement that all the houses that uses the aircon, the refrigerator for that is not eco-friendly will be changed to a new one, or not there will be summoned by the government.
Fine.
Fine, sorry. So in Shenyang, okay, the difference of Beijing and Shenyang is that Beijing is a developing district, is a because it is a tourist center, is very well known to the world, whereas Shenyang is a very low population district. It means like not many rich people are staying there. It means the low income people are staying in Shenyang. So that's why their education level is not but it's not good compared to the people who stay in Beijing. So in Shenyang, the air pollution can increase pneumonia mortality in children, as I've stated, and also the chronic adverse health effects of air pollution include increase the mortality in elderly person due to the COPD, CV, and CHD and lung cancer. So this is what air pollution causes in the population in that area in Beijing and Shenyang. Next. Okay, so this is the air quality index level. So in the in the research, it says that levels of 100 or below are known as blue sky days when smoke is not easily available. As you can see, 100 or below is moderate and good. So the air quality is very good. So it means that it's a normal, it's moderate and normal. However, the United States Embassy in Beijing has measured the air quality index in Beijing has reached up to 755, which is the highest level of air pollution since recording began in 2008 and was approximately deemed beyond index. So as you can see, 755 is not in the air quality index level, so it is more than hazardous. So it's very dangerous for the people who works near the factory, who is very open to this air pollution. It's very dangerous for them. So that is how I'm going to conclude this presentation. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Stop recording now.